definitely been a while since I've been out, but yeah, biking in California is definitely its own experience. Back anywhere else, I just pick up and go, but here you kind of look at a lot of different things before you go, like the air index, where's the fire at, all that good stuff. Typically, I like to look up the air index. If it's anywhere like moderate or fair, I'll go out, but if it's like poor or unhealthy, I'll tend to avoid mountain bike, which is why I've not been going out a lot lately, especially because my usual area, the air's been really bad because of all the fires up in the Sequoias. So I've not uploaded any biking stuff for a while, so that's kind of been the reason why. But been keeping up the bike, everything working fine. I'm gonna turn the bell off, by the way. No need to have the bell on when I'm the only one up here. I did see a couple people up here and they asked me about this area, like where the drop off is. It is kind of confusing your first time up here. Like you don't know where it goes up to. It takes about an hour just to get to this one right here. I was gonna go a little higher than normal too, but there's a lot of bugs in this area today, and I can only bat away flies for so long before I get tired, and I just want to get out of here. That's kind of what happened today. Kind of batted them away for the entire hour climb, and notice that really should get a cross-country bike, honestly, or a hardtail at least, because with that Bolinas Ridge, it took me less than an hour to come up here, and with this trail bike, as good as it is to go down and whatnot with a full squishy, you know, it still took me over an hour to get up here, like 8 minutes longer, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're biking for your way uphill so you can earn your downhills, you know, you start to get tired pretty quickly, and you know, eventually just wears down on you. Ooh, that sounded okay. Well, I mean, we're tubeless, so I'm not concerned about flats right now. And these tires have held up really well. So has the wheels. I've definitely enjoyed the Crank Brothers. Some people don't like the hub sound. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, like that sound of that hub spinning, I don't really hear it when I'm going downhill. I tend not to pay attention to it because my mind's focused on going downhill and picking the best line, you know. The last thing I want to do is fall and hurt myself. Especially because I don't usually bring shin guards for this trail, which I should. I have them, you know, I paid for them. Use them. If I don't use them, they'll end up costing me more. And co-pays and whatnot. That'd be a terrible time. I do this to unwind. I don't do this to get hurt. Which is why you don't really see me do any major drops or jumps. It's definitely a good stress reliever. I've always enjoyed every day that I've gone. There are some days though where like your mind's elsewhere and you don't want to focus, but it's like driving. I've said this before. Biking's like driving. You gotta stay focused where you're going, you know, stay focused on the road, pick the best lines. Don't text and ride, you know. Same with driving. You get distracted, you never know what's gonna happen. So always try to stay focused. This trail is definitely a lot rootier than it was last time, but I guess this is what happened over time. Oof. And I haven't gone out in about a month, so my legs are definitely feeling it today. I should have taken longer to rest when I was up there, but I thought it'd be okay, and now I'm paying for it. So let that be a lesson to everybody. You don't own the stamina or the skill you build up. You rent it. You rent it and then you don't use it. You're just gonna give it up. Which is kind of where I'm at right now. I think it's only been a month, but you definitely lose a lot of stamina if you don't use it. I mean, it is your muscles after all. If you don't use a muscle, it'll eventually start to go back to what it was before you were using it, and you're gonna feel it. I mean, most everybody's been to a gym once or twice, you know. You know what it is. If you go to a gym frequently and you do a workout, you're not going to feel it up. So you got to change either the workout, you got to change how you do it. So, you know, slower, heavier weights, stuff like that, for you to really feel the workout in your muscles. And if you do the same thing over and over again, eventually your body kind of like gets used to it and builds up the stamina to it, and it gets harder to get better. That's how it is with mountain biking. You get used to it, you get better, and then if you don't use it, you know, it just goes back, it just reverts. I've had zero complaints with this bike so far. I almost spun out there, but that tubeless setup really just gripped the ground a lot better than before when I had the tube in there, which nothing wrong if you want to run with a tube. Tubeless just helps you run with a lower pressure, so your tires grip better. You get a little more compliance when you come down, so it kind of acts like an additional mode, like additional travel to your vertical travel. What's crazy is I've never put on the cush gore that I bought to add a little more dampening and a little wheel protection, but that's just, putting it on looks like such a hassle, and I think I'm gonna get a hardtail soon, so I figure it's better to put it on the hardtail where I need more travel in the back, or more forgiveness in the back, as opposed to a full suspension which has travel already. So you have that going for you, so you're not getting as tired. Honestly, if this was a hardtail, I think I would have had to take a much longer break just to make sure that my feet were well rested for this descent. I came up too late. I would have made it if I didn't hesitate on that one. But I'm still having a fun time. My hands are getting tired. I always tell myself to put the gloves on before I go down, and then I never do. Then I'm mid-video and I don't want to put the gloves on, because then that means I have to stop and adjust. So kind of, it's my own laziness. This is something that I should probably warn everybody. Don't let your laziness get the better of you, like I do sometimes. Yeah. But then again, it's like, who am I to tell anybody what to do? Not even a mountain biking guy. I'm an aviation guy. So, be more careful. Whoop. My bag's falling. Definitely hear the wheel now that I'm paying attention to it, but that's not annoying to me. Some people don't like it. It's the same difference to me whether it's noisy or quiet, honestly. I mean, when it's noisy like that, it's kind of cool at the same time. Some people really like that noise. I'm kind of indifferent. Not really much of a drop guy, so no drops. Oof. I keep slipping, which is not something I usually do. I wonder if my tires need to go. It wouldn't. Ooh. I wonder if I should check it. I shouldn't. It should be okay. I mean, it is definitely stiff. That's kind of like the selling point for the rear tire. Stiffer in the back and more compliance in the front, which you kind of feel it when you go down and do some skids and some tight turns. But I don't know. I don't go through a lot of wheels. I think if I bought another set of wheels, I'd probably give some FSAs a shot. So probably the Afterburners. They look like a really good set of wheels. So can't complain with some FSA stuff. I bought FSA components in the past, the bar and stem, for instance. I've had zero complaints. They work as advertised. Definitely super light carbon stuff. Oof. That was tricky stuff. I need to pay attention, pick better lines ahead of time. Kind of like the thing about mountain biking, you can't just pay attention to where you're going. You gotta, if you haven't done it in a while, take it easy on the first go. Try to warm up. I definitely didn't warm up, which is kind of why I'm hesitating in a lot of these areas. My legs are tired from climbing after all. Just haven't climbed in a while, and yeah, I'm making a lot of simple mistakes, but the simple mistakes can add up to one big one. So this is already starting to feel like a longer video than I intended for it to be. So I'm gonna wrap it up, and maybe I'll wrap it up soon. It depends. But for the now, I'm gonna say, if you watched, thanks for watching. Have a great day. See you next time.